Toshiaki Kawada was born on December 8, 1963, in Tochigi, Japan. While still in high school, he was an amateur wrestler and became the national champion by defeating Keiji Yamada, the future Jushin Liger, in the finals. Kawada was friends with Mitsuharu Misawa, who had attended the same high school and was part of the All Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. Misawa advised Kawada to try out for All Japan instead of New Japan. Kawada had his first pro wrestling match for All Japan on October 4th, 1982, against future tag team partner Hiromichi Fuyuki. In November of 1985, Kawada was sent on a North American excursion to gain more experience. Kawada spent 1 month in San Antonio, Texas, where he wrestled in Texas All-Star Wrestling. Kawada and Fuyuki had a brief feud with Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond over the Texas Tag Team title. Kawada also spent 5 months in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where he wrestled in Stu Hart's Stampede Wrestling. Stampede booker Bruce Hart booked Kawada initially as the masked Black Mephisto from Singapore before turning him into Kyo Kawata from South Korea. It was in Alberta that Kawada had the opportunity to wrestle a variety of opponents that included notable wrestlers like Chris Benoit, Robbie Stewart, Rick Patterson, the future IWA Japan Leatherface, Kanek, Owen Hart, and others. The North American excursion came to an end after spending 3 months in Montreal, Quebec. After a year of wrestling in North America, Kawada returned to Japan and had his first match back for All Japan in December of 1986. Kawada wouldn't start to get featured in All Japan until the final 4 months of 1987, though. In May of 1990, Kawada's position in All Japan improved further as one of All Japan's top stars, Genichiro Tenryu, had left the league. By 1989, Kawada had become an excellent worker after having had the opportunity to shine in the 1988 World's Strongest Determination Tag League. 1993 was a memorable year for Kawada, but it was his tremendous performance in the 1993 Tag League that cemented him as a truly great heavyweight wrestler. The storytelling and selling displayed by Kawada was incredible, along with showing his ability to carry and guide workers. His ability helped him to have some of the most memorable matches of the 90s, and one of Kawada's best in-ring feuds was his series of matches with American wrestler Steve Williams. The two had several memorable matches, singles and tag team matches, against one another. But arguably the most notable one is the 94 Champion Carnival final from April 16, 1994, a day on which rival league New Japan held the historical Super J Cup. Probably Kawada's most famous feud was with Misawa, and All Japan Pro Wrestling booker Giant Baba really milked the storyline he was telling as much as possible, as Baba ended up stretching out the story over a period of 16 years. The storytelling through not only the in-ring work and matches, but also certainly the results, are a big part of All Japan's greatness. This is why it's very useful to know who scored a big win over whom over the years in All Japan in order to get the most pleasurable viewing experience. Another one of Kawada's great rivals was Kenta Kobashi. In fact, Kawada, Kobashi, Misawa, and Akira Taue were considered the 4 pillars of All Japan due to the great storylines that often resulted in great matches involving them. Kawada has to be considered one of the best heavyweights of all time, because in his excellent and great matches in the 90s, which are some of the very best heavyweight wrestling bouts ever, Kawada was very often the best performer in the match. 1993 through 1999 were Kawada's best years, as he was truly great during those years. After having watched over 100 matches of Dangerous K, Toshiaki Kawada's career, it's safe to say that he was a great heavyweight wrestler. Depending on your definition of heavyweight, Kawada is arguably one of the top 5 greatest heavyweight pro wrestlers ever. Here's a list of Kawada's 14 best matches.